and gentlemen,
we are back!
ladies and gentlemen, looking fresh, yeah, fresh cut, motherfuckers. We got a little clean because it's our last time we're recording at Ghost Lady's house, man.
And who made this possible? Who made this freshness?
Yeah, it's all Soul's doing, yeah?
Soul's hookup.
Yeah?
I'm not a barber.
It's Soul's hookup, man. How did you hook up with these guys? Who cut us today, man?
My Ash.
My Ash.
My Ash.
Shout out to my Ash, man. That guy's amazing.
He's amazing. My Ash Hairstyle Inc. Based around Kempton Park, Tembisa. Since I say Kempton Park, he'll correct me.
Hey, fuck.
Like,
it's a movie out here, guys. We're even enjoying popcorns. It's a movie out here. You know how we do it. We're supporting these dudes and we out there chilled, and it's gonna be a dope one.
This is not in Kempton Park. So he's got a store in Kempton Park, a barbershop. He's got one in Caprivi and Murti. Right? My Ash. The guys will make the things happen. His details will show around here. But yeah,
we'll put them in the link description if
I
you
also
want to
got
get
my
a hold
nails
of them.
did.
You got your nails.
they do nails also. So you got like acrylic refills.
Yeah, boy.
Pedicure, manicure, and I almost said some fucked up shit.
And he's mobile, so you can actually come to your house.
Oh yeah, he's
Yo,
mobile.
nice.
They came here, right?
Yeah.
We literally got our cuts just before the show.
Like the
They're
whole
mobile.
gang, the even the crew, hey, they're looking all fresh.
Oh yeah, Tato.
Hey.
Yeah, look at Never see Jabana. Now the Kevin lines. Let's go around. Yeah, what's on?
Oh shit, man! What do you guys want to start? There's so much to talk about. You see, remember I told you this is why I hate recording on Fridays.
Because so much happens over the weekend.
Yeah.
On Sunday, I mean, we record sometimes on Saturday and then shit happens on Sunday.
Yeah. Because last week we recorded and then AK thing dropped Saturday, man.
Oh yeah.
Shit, what did you think about that, man? Yo, that was crazy.
I think AK shouldn't have performed. I think the whole thing was triggered by him performing at the Nedbank Cup final. He shouldn't have performed, man. You just lost your partner. I know a bag is a bag is a bag, but AK has been relevant for so many years. I'm pretty sure.
But just to add on that one, Nami, I've lost my partner. I think it's now 2 years. She passed on in 2019 due to cancer and some spine issues. And yeah, man, it's rough. It's rough. And I think people think Uguti, when you're out there living, basically they think Uguti, you didn't mourn enough, or maybe you just happy that she's no more. And it's not the case. Well, sometimes staying at home and not doing shit, it stresses out, guys. It stresses out. So big ups to AKA. I know this is an old video. Like he performed 4 months ago. He was booked to perform it. It was in some Nedbank campaign type of shit, and he held it down. But of course, people talk. People, whether he performed or not, they were still going to talk. But yeah, man, big up to him for that. It takes a guy with a lot of balls to actually come out and say to the world, Uguti, yes, my partner is no more, but at the end of the day, I'm hurt. And the only medicine or the only remedy that I have to just put me at ease is music. So let me just do music. So big up to that. Big up to that.
I mean, he can, if he needs to, forfeit. I mean, Nedbank, it's not like they're tone deaf. They saw what happened to him.
Yeah.
They'll understand him pulling out. Are they going to say pay us back? It's Nedbank. I doubt it. And they'll maybe they might say, well, okay, you owe us for the future gig.
Yeah.
But him performing, I mean, the nature of the death, we don't know exactly what happened. But even if the wife was sick and she passed away, I think it's still, you're sending funny vibes to your in-laws.
It's like lay low.
You're sending funny vibes to your in-laws.
Yeah.
Because it's as good as being in a club. You had a stadium, people are drinking, they're drunk, and you're supposed to make them feel good and feel happy, and you know what I mean?
You must take a page out of Fresh's book. Fresh has been laying low.
Yo.
Nowhere to be seen.
It's cold.
Yeah, but I mean, it's even worse. I mean, with AKA, someone died. Just lay low, bro.
The guy's fucked. The Bruce fucked.
And also, AKA, I mean, the dad of Anele. You could that's a very wealthy guy, super powerful guy, and it sounds like he had forgiven AKA. Not to say he was responsible, but I've got a daughter, and one day when she gets married, I hand her over to her husband.
Yes.
Right? And if the husband so happens to be someone who's 15 years or 12 years her senior, I expect him to be a guider, someone who leads her and protects her.
But sometimes, Buffet, too, just because of you old, it doesn't mean that you got brains. Just because that you are out here getting married, it doesn't necessarily make you someone who's responsible. Yeah, but so for Saul to say that, nah, I disagree with that one on so many levels. Correct, on his perspective, Magatu AKA shouldn't have performed. But I think for someone who, as I said, for someone who sees remedy through music, it was only fair for him to do it, man. If you're a DJ, then someone passes on. For you to ease your mind of things, then you have to go DJ. I mean, Saul is a podcaster. If, God forbid, something happens to Saul's daughter, we don't, like me, I would understand if Saul pitches up for work and says, I'm here to work. This is where I find comfort. This is where I can forget, not forget totally, but this is where I can shift my mind off certain things and focus on the art. I'm here to work. And then after Lapo, it comes sinking back in. It's reality at the end of the day. And as I think it's unfair for them to judge you AKA like that. Super unfair.
So for her to die in that manner with him in the vicinity, it sounds like the father had forgiven him and said, AKA, seek God, find light, and the lifestyle you've been living, well, that has culminated in this. And my daughter just passed away. Seek God, seek guidance. So I thought he would lay low, do whatever he needs to do to fix himself up. We don't know if he's on things or whatever, but do whatever it takes to fix himself up, right? Because that is then a sign of also, I don't want to say remorse because I don't know if he's fully responsible, but it's a sign of changing your ways. You know what I mean? And the family will then be like, okay, cool, it's a wake-up call for him.
Just
but
to
now
add,
put your hands up in.
Just to add, when Saul says it's a sign of changing your ways, is signs for who? Is it signs for him or signs for the people? So I think they wanted AKA to do what people thought that he would do, what people expected of him to do. And we know to AKA it's not like that. We know for a fact that AKA is not like that. So I'm still saying it's very much unfair for them to say such it's very much unfair for them to say such and I hope when they watch the episode they also realize it was unfair for them to say such. I mean, there are people who ate pussy on the day of the funeral of their loved ones and Bonabeko they busy fucking another bitch up. It's a way of them to say I'm in pain and this is how I forget. This is what I want to do just to shift my mind off things a little bit. So no, AKA if into the performance and making sure that other people are happy and seeing people smile, maybe it's his way of saying seeing someone else smile from what I do brings me peace. And yeah, man, it's very much unfair that he is judged Ganje, but it's a business. It's a business.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Which one?
That's fact, eh?
Yeah.
I'm sure they're already planning.
He lost Cruz already as well.
Yeah, put out a statement. He's no more ambassador of Cruz.
He was bound to lose.
That
Cruz.
was expected.
He was bound to lose Cruz, and all this happened because he performed. Do you think it's an irony that this thing dropped on Sunday, a day after his performance at the NetBank thing? It's not an irony.
And we actually got an email from an anonymous family member from the Tender family.
We've been sitting on that email.
Yeah, we've been sitting. In fact, this was the day after she had,
like literally the day after the death, we got an email.
Yeah.
But we replied to the email to say, can you give us your number so we can call you on air? You can remain anonymous to see if it's credible or not. So we didn't want to break the story without knowing the facts.
Yeah, because this email was sent. It's a family member who was anonymous.
I think we
can read it.
Yeah.
It was a family member who was anonymous, and we said, look, we can talk to you if you unmask yourself because anyone can send an email claiming to be part of the Tembe family.
Yeah.
Even now, before we read it, it may be a false email.
Yes.
But now that we saw what we saw from last week and the email, something sort of...
It's corresponding in a way.
Yes, it's corresponding. It's corresponding.
Yo, are you guys ready? It's quite late. Are you ready now?
Well, Jim.
Okay,
Well,
let's
Jim.
go. Hi, my name is Anonymous from Tembe Family.
Who can I have my popcorn
I'm
with?
to your hope and prayer that you will tell the truth. I feel very disappointed and hurt about the Nelly situation. I feel we cannot simply ignore nor tell the truth. Nelly was suffering in a relationship. She struggled with cheating and abuse from Keenan. It started last year. She had mentioned to me that she tried to take her life after finding out he was sleeping with other women. But what really shook Nelly was when she found out sexual messages on her phone of AKA and the Les's baby mama. She was devastated. The messages broke her heart. It was all there in plain sight. AKA was having an affair with Aurelia, the Les baby mama, was very much involved and still in a relationship with the LES. They have a daughter together. Keenan has been to multiple birthday parties for their baby. Keenan had sent Aurea 20,000 rands to silence her after she was feeling guilty and wanted to tell the LES. Keenan sent her money, but Nelly found the messages and communication about the situation, and she immediately called the LES to tell him, and she sent him all the screen grabs. The LES confronted Keenan, and the two stopped speaking. Nelly says she felt betrayed. He was hurt, broken, completely cut out Keenan. Everyone knows the story. It's not a secret amongst the Joburg North circles.
But just to stop it right there, I'm not saying that, as they said though, the email is from Anonymous and they're also not 100% sure what it's true or not. But for MacG to also read out names out like that, it's not fair, especially on Leslie's baby mama. It's not fair. It's not fair. I think they should have beeped the name out up until they are also made aware that this is a true story. Then they would run with it, kahle. But for if you have news that you also not sure ukuthi they are true, you don't put them out there in full details, because of abantu bazogcina baxabana and baxabanela into engekho, yabo. So at the end of the day, if this story was not true, LES angeke asabheka umuntu wakhe or umama umntwana the way bekambheka ngakhona before. So I feel ukuthi it was not fair, but it is what it is, man. This is one they just had to read it for the sake of the podcast. So they had to go in the long way, but it's okay. I understand. Even though I feel ukuthi it was a bit unfair, but I understand. MacG. I understand.
He planned to shoot a music video with him, but then he cancelled after finding out Keenan was sleeping with his girlfriend. The Les also lost his father, but Keenan never attended the funeral. Today they are enemies, but Keenan didn't stop there. He made Nelly feel guilty. He blamed her for the fallout with the LES, and he kept shouting at her about it. He had also introduced Nelly to a life of drugs and alcohol. They took a lot of coke together with Keenan's close friends. Nelly has told us many times that she was suicidal and she couldn't handle the abuse from Keenan. Nelly was not well mentally. He made her feel small, and she was like his lapdog, even though she came from a reputable family. I mean, my uncle is a billionaire. Nelly didn't need AKA after all. Her life was set. From our point of view in the family, Keenan was looking to secure himself. We had a lot of doubts about him from the beginning, especially my brothers. What he did to Zintle was questionable, cheating on her with Banang while she was pregnant. Who can ever forget that publicity, insulting his mother about the situation on Twitter? I really believe Zintle and Banang know a lot. We don't. They've been through the most form of abuse. She couldn't do it anymore. I thought she was overreacting when she said she was suicidal, but I'm hurt and knowing that South Africa, AKA will probably get away with it, but he knows what he did to her. He was the only one with her. Why did she kill herself after being engaged just a few days ago? It was all for show. After everything on social media is for show. Nothing is real. People post happy things but suffer daily.
100%.
They did argue about, and why was she naked and left to die? I have so many questions for him. I'll never forgive him. His ex-manager committed suicide last week. Nobody's asking why. The Hawks need to get involved. They need to take him and her for a drug test. They need to get Nelly's phone. The proof is all there. She spoke to multiple people about her struggles. Hashtag justice for Nelly. Please investigate the truth. Stop feeling sorry for a killer and an abuser who took Nelly from us. Tell people the truth. From Anonymous Tembe.
Yo! You! Now, this email was sent right after she passed away.
Yeah, they did.
This is not an email because the story now broke. This was before the doors were smashed that we saw.
Yeah.
12th of April.
12th of
Yes.
April.
This is from So AK was smashing Dales's baby mom.
Allegedly. See what I said.
Because of this image.
See what I said. You see what I said now. You see what I said now. You see what I said now. People will run with this like it's facts. See what I said now, and that's what I pointed. It's unfair for them to do it like that, man. It's unfair. It's unfair. It's unfortunate. It's very much unfair, and it's unfortunate at the same time. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay, I just checked here just to remind people. This reaction is from a video, your podcast and chill, that is about 4 months old. So Anele Tembe passed on in. It says Anele fell to her death from the 10th floor of the Pepper Club Hotel in Loop Street in Cape Town on the 11th of April. She was 22. 4 months to this day. It never goes away. Every day I pray for her, myself, and our families. So it's something that I just managed to Google out just to make sure that people don't think it's yesterday news. It's not old news because of it's never old news, but it's something that happened 4 months ago, and a lot has happened from that day, the 11th of April, up until today. And AK, I believe he's still free, he's still out there, and Mteto wasemhlabeni, you are innocent until you are proven guilty. So yeah, man, it is what it is, and may her soul continue to rest in peace. Awuthi ukuthi soul to aka wenzeni.
Allegedly.
And allegedly he made now the check, because then that resulted in him having not even attending Dales's father's funeral, allegedly, and he allegedly made her feel like shit.
Did Dales allegedly also come to comfort Kiernan?
Oh yeah, what's the story about that?
Are they still close?
We don't know. Well, if Kiernan, if it is true, he wasn't at Dales's father's funeral, then definitely they're not close. I mean, I'd attend any funeral. Yeah, like, I mean, you know what I mean? Even, come on.
Yeah.
Clearly they were
I want to comment until it's proven. Because these are just allegations.
Yes.
Yeah,
so we don't know the truth.
Exactly.
100%.
But I want to ask you guys, what would you do if you're AKA right now?
If you're AKA right now,
Yeah.
if I was AKA.
Yeah.
Bro, here's the thing.
I mean, from a
Go
perspective,
home.
before these dudes listen to these dudes, from a perspective of someone who has lost Mutamtanda, and for someone, I lost someone that I was staying with for about 6-7 years, and we had a baby boy, and my boy now is 5 years old, and my boy was about 2 years going on 3 years when my fiance passed on. And the best thing that I would give to someone who's facing the similar situations is to live your life, because at the end of the day, I know this might sound hard or harsh or whatever the case is, but at the end of the day, ukuzihlalela nokuzikhiyela akuncedi. Ukuzihlalela endlini nokuzikhiyela endlini, people will talk, yabo, and they would say ukuthi udliwa unembeza and stuff like that. That's why lo muntu angasakhona ukuphuma, blah 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 blah. And when you're out there and you live, people will still talk ukuthi lo muntu akaboni ukuthi ushonelwe, yena uyahamba wenza 1 2 3 4 blah 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 blah. So do what makes you happy. If ushonelwe umuntu and you feel like being a street kid or a street dad for a week would bring you happiness, hamba uhlala estradini nje yami, hamba uziplomela estradini, ucela amazuka and uphile nje yami, and inhliziyo yakhe ikhululeke. If you feel ukuthi you must be indoors and not talk to anyone, if that brings you joy, then do it. If you feel ukuthi being out there partying, DJing, drinking, fucking and doing all those crazy shit brings you joy, then do it. Because whether you do it or not, people would forever talk. That's one thing I've learned. People will forever talk. So do what the fuck makes you happy.
Go back home to your mother's house and just sit there.
Doesn't
And
help.
like find something new.
Doesn't help.
Right now, I don't know what I would do.
Because it's not. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. It's you can't.
I was gonna say, after the death, what I was gonna do is find help, right? If I'm going through things that need help. If I'm not, lay low.
From what?
Because
From what? Lay low from what?
don't take gigs. Don't try to be bothamania. That shit doesn't work now because someone is dead and it was your partner.
Like
right?
guys, lay low from what? That's what I'm trying to understand. Lay low from what? Lay low from what brings you joy? Lay low from what makes you happy? Lay low from what will make you not feel miserable? Lay low from what your wife wanted you to do? Lay low from what your wife supported you to do? Lay low from what? That's what I'm trying to understand. Lay low from what? From what? Why? Why must you even lay low? Come on, dudes. Come on, it's not fair. Come on, dudes. Come on now.
So compromise.
Yeah, especially under suspicious ways. She passed away. If it was just see go accident, dad said I'd lay low for 2 months or 3 and then I'm back up.
You know what I would
Find a
do?
new career even.
I would tell the truth. I'd go on record, tell the truth of what happened, and be honest.
Okay, what if he comes now and says I did not do anything?
No, listen to where I'm getting
What
at.
if it incriminates you the truth?
Exactly.
Just,
Or makes you culpable? Like you're a role.
then you gotta face the music. But
Excuse me.
I would come out clean. Because number one, his image, his brand is fucked. Alright?
Definitely.
Okay.
No one wants to.
But we
He's
live in a very
radioactive.
we live in a very forgiving country.
Oh, we do.
Living country.
Yeah. Especially if you come out clean and you say, guys, this is what I was doing, this is what I fucked up, and this is what happened. I apologize. I'm seeking counseling. I'm going to rehab.
Please
You
give
know-
me an example of people who actually came out like that and were forgiven. Since we're
I hope
saying
he
we
doesn't
are
say
a
Jup
forgiving
Jup.
country, because rarely we find people just owning up and then us having to say, okay, you know what, they owned up and we forgive them.
Look at Jup Jup.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean,
Bullshit.
choice.
Yeah, he didn't have a choice, but he
Bullshit.
faced the music, he did his.
Yeah, he faced the music, but he never came out to the public and said, guys, I did this shit. I'm responsible for this shit. Therefore, I am sorry to the public. He never did that. He came out from prison, went to the the families of those individuals that he murdered. And then he apologized, Gubo, not to the public. Not to the public. So come on, MacG. Nah, this is bullshit, bruh. Sorry to say, I love you, big time, but Jup Jup is a fucked up example. Jup Jup was fucked up example. Jup Jup, that's bullshit, bro. That's till today. Jup Jup never made a public apology and said, South Africa, please forgive me. Instead, he made a song with Utepo Tula. The name of the song is, I think it's Kopatwarelo or something like that. You understand? And on that chorus, Tsepotula is saying that we should forgive him because of we see through his actions that the other families have forgiven him, which is bullshit. This guy must own up and stand and guys, this guy must fucking fill up the dome and say, guys, I apologize to you. First of all, he fucked people up in court. Because in court he was saying that he's innocent. And now when he's found that he's guilty, and then all of a sudden he's a perfect example to say you have to apologize and then people will forgive. Man, fuck that. Nah, man, I'm gonna keep it straight with y'all. Fuck that. Jup Jup is a fucked up example. And fuck him for that also. Bitch.
Sentence, he's come out now, he's doing Wachola 99, it's back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The country has forgiven him,
Nah.
he's moved on.
I mean,
So own your mistakes, come out clean.
Okay.
What I don't like is this whole back and forth that's happening with the family and him of releasing videos and images that try to taint her to make him look good.
And that is just
That's bad.
And I think the moonish move from him was releasing that screenshot. If it's real, that screenshot with he's chatting to the dad. Bad move, because it's a screenshot of the conversations
just between,
and then the dad says,
"Is it even true though?"
The dad is like, "Yo, calm down. She's an actor. She acts. She exaggerates. She knows how to dramatize everything." I think you shouldn't have done that, bro.
Yeah.
Because those were in confidence.
Yeah,
That's a father speaking.
I fully agree with Saul on that one. I 100% agree with you, bro. He shouldn't have. He shouldn't have. Because of, when you speak to your in-laws, whatever they speak to you about, it stays between you and them. I don't think there's someone who has been advised by their in-laws and then bahamba by fafas umhlaba wonke. Whether it's good advice or bad advice, it stays within. So for him to do that, I also say it was fucked up. He shouldn't have. And umuntu mangangaseke emhlabeni, you don't have to, man. Noma abantu bangathi umbulele, noma abantu bangakhuluma kabi, all you have to do is keep your even if it's the truth, but keep your truth and find ways to get help. Yabo mangabe you feel ukuthi coming out is better, then do so, but don't come out because of people are now saying you are a murderer. Come out because of you want inner peace. Because if you want inner peace, then come out and say, Bafetu, I did it, and this is why. Even though the reasons we don't care about. As long as you say you did it, I'm manning up to the situation, and then you serve your sentence, you come out, and then you apologize, then you're done. I'm not promoting that apologize, we forgive you. No, I'm not promoting that. I'm just saying that if he did, it would have been a beautiful story for him to say, guys, I'm sorry, this is what I did, and I ask for your forgiveness, and I won't say any reasons as to why I did it, because of a life is no more, so reasons don't matter anymore. I'll face I'll go through relevant resources, if I might say, or relevant programs, if I must say, for me to get help, and I'll also be attending court cases so that justice can be served. In that way, he will have inner peace. But if manje he didn't do it, and then abantu they busy saying you did, and now you wanna throw everything out on people to say that you did not, then come on, man, that's a low, that's very low of AK to do such. So yeah, it's super low. But thank you, Saul, for that point. It's a beautiful point that you raised there, and yeah,
absolutely honestly about her daughter. And you deciding to put that up as a defense or as somewhat, that looks bad, bro.
Yeah,
that looks bad, because now you're not gonna get any favor from the family.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Because now it looks like the father is like, the dad knew the daughter, that the daughter's suicidal, the daughter's capable of this. That looked bad. You shouldn't have done that, bro. I know you're desperate, but I'm pretty sure AK's got smart people around him.
Yeah.
Clever.
The drama of the
people are smarter than him.
They should have given him dope advice.
Isn't that dramatic? Like, isn't that crazy?
But he can have people smart around him, but will he listen to them?
That's what I'm saying. Hey, dude, listen. Sometimes you need to accept that you're not the smartest person in the room, and in his case, you may be the most.
I like when he said you might have people smart around you, but are you willing to listen to those people? Fuck, that's a heavy one. I'll just end here for part 1. I'll do a reaction for part 2, and it will just continue from where I'm leaving it off now. The reason for that, there's a video I reacted to. It's a 44-minute video, and then when I tried to upload it on this platform, then it didn't want to go through. So I felt good. Okay, not safe, but my time should not exceed 30 minutes. 30 minutes tops. It's an in and out. So I'm gonna be out on this one. You can check out part 2. So yeah, man, and thank you for watching this. It's been an awesome one, and you know what it is. We out.